Hi there, it's Neil here from Half Empty Brewing, bringing you Home Brew Wednesday number 8. A few things to talk about this week. I'll start off with the SJ Challenge 2014, just to say that I've noticed one or two more reviews coming up of beers. I know Harry Brew 69 in particular has been getting them online, so that's good to see. One or two others certainly of my beer have come up online as well, so it's good that people are getting around to doing that. Also, there's been one or two more self-reviews of people's own beers, which is also good to see. So if any of you out there in the SJ Challenge 2014 have got some of their beers left, it'd be good to see your self-reviews. On to beers and what I'm brewing at the moment. You probably know that I'm doing a FestivALE, but to make up use of my fermentinator, I've done another brew today, which is another sort of typical English bitter. Basically, it's going to come out about 5%. The brews that I'm trying to do of late, I'm trying to introduce new ingredients that I haven't used before, just so that I can become accustomed to the hops and the malts and that I haven't used. In this particular one, I've got pale malt, Cara Munich, biscuit and crystal. Nothing too fancy there, I guess. But some new hops, First Gold and Bramlin Cross. I'll show you my fermentinator. So there's the new one in that fermenting vessel. The figures have come out pretty good for this one. My target original gravity was 1052 and I've got 1051, so that's pretty good. I've set my STC 1000 to 21 degrees, so that's 1 degree lower than I was for my first week of the FestivALE, but that shouldn't worry that too much. The FestivALEs are there on the bottom. I'll keep you an update on them as they go along. Talking of FestivALE, while I was putting the new beer in the fermentinator, I did a gravity test, and so here's the beer. The gravity at the moment, it's probably still got almost a week to go, maybe, before I'm ready to bottle. It's coming out at 1020 at the moment, so currently it's about 5.4%, but I'm hoping that'll come down a bit more to more like 6.5%. So we'll do a quick taste on this one. Aroma wise, it's very fruity. You may remember I've put in cinnamon, star anise, nutmeg, but it smells really sweet, really plummy, dried fruits, almost like a Christmas pudding. However, when you taste it, it's very dry, which is quite surprising given the gravity is 1020. I expected it to be a little bit more sweeter. There was one comment came my way about using cinnamon in your beer, and I think it was Alf who said he had an experience where the cinnamon had ruined his beer. Hopefully the signs are good on this one, in that I don't notice anything terrible as regards my brew, so keep my fingers crossed for that one. But I'm quite hopeful of this, so I'll keep you updated anyway. Let you know what it's like when I come to bottling it. So that's my FestivALE. One of the other things I wanted to talk to you about was my trip to the Nottingham Robin Hood Beer Festival last week. I had hoped to bring you a bit of video footage, but I didn't get around to that. But I did take a few photographs, so I'll show you them and briefly discuss how my day went. Okay, so I went to the festival last Thursday. It actually covers 4 days. It starts Wednesday evening and then all day Thursday, Friday and Saturday. I got there about 2:30 in the afternoon and spent most of the evening there. I actually came away about 8 o'clock in the evening because there was an England football match on, so we went around to a local pub and watched that and had a couple of beers while we were doing that as well. So the Nottingham Robin Hood Beer Festival claimed to have the world's biggest selection of draft cask condition beers. I'm not sure exactly how many they had this year, but probably around over 1,000, 1,100 maybe. On top of that, another 200 real ciders and perries were also available. I probably went through the equivalent of about 6 or 7 pints perhaps through the course of my time there, but we were drinking thirds and half pint drinks, so opportunity to take more in. I think I went through about 13 or 14 different beers and ciders. I'll list them down with their brewery and their percentage, so you can look them up if you want to. A couple that stood out for me, which I'll just say now. I like the Castle Rock beers, in particular the Harvest Pale, which is a classic pale ale that most people have heard of. I like Thornbridge Ale's Jaipur, which is an IPA at 5.9%. There was a very nice plum porter from Titanic Brewery at 4.9%. And then the Blue Monkey Brewery from Nottingham. I tried a couple of theirs. One was Scarlet Chimpernel at 4.9%. That was very nice. And then their monster of a beer at 10.5% was Silverback, which was real strong, sweet imperial stout. Very nice. That's about it really. It was a really good day out. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'll probably go next year again. Another thing that they do within Nottingham is what they call the Festival Fringe Fortnight. A lot of local pubs in Nottingham have a fortnight of festival during the course of the Nottingham Beer Festival, where they showcase their food and local beers from Nottingham and around. So it's really good going. It's a thoroughly enjoyable day out, and I'll look forward to going again next year. Okay, so that was my trip to the Nottingham Beer Festival. It's a shame I didn't have any video footage, but never mind, I'll have to do that as a project next time. One thing I didn't mention there was there's plenty of opportunity for food as well. All kinds of options: burgers, Chinese, Indian, pork pies, crisps, olives, beef jerky, you name it, they've pretty much got what you'd like. So there's enough there to soak up the beer. So while I've been editing this and getting this ready for putting on YouTube, I'm drinking here a Yorkshire bitter that I made a few weeks ago. As you can see, I'm getting near the end, so in the time-honoured tradition of Paul Wicksteed, it's time for another one. So that will wrap it up then for this Homebrew Wednesday, and we'll catch up with you next week. Cheers.